Hunter Biden is now poised to further help the removal of unconstitutional federal gun laws now that he has been convicted. As a reminder, Hunter Biden was convicted of 3 felony charges. 1, a false statement on a federal firearms background check. 2, a false statement on a firearms transaction record. And finally, 3, possession of a firearm by a drug user. And that's the one that he's probably going to win on appeal. Let's talk about it. Before I jump into it further, I want to thank the sponsor of the video, that's Lear Capital. You've heard me talking about precious metals and telling you that the experts were calling for record high gold. It is now here. Gold has broken through the $2,300 an ounce level. Will it stop there? Nobody really knows, but those same experts are calling for gold to reach $3,200 an ounce or higher, and silver is rising as well. I bought my gold and silver last year from Lear Capital. I'm up over 21% on my purchase. Since 2020, every dollar in our wallet has lost 24% of its purchasing power, which is why I buy gold and silver, because it holds value and can increase in value. Call my friends at Lear Capital, 1-800-260-5075, or head over to LearGG.com. Get their free information and ask the tough questions about buying gold and silver. They want to educate you. Give them a call, 1-800-260-5075. Again, 1-800-260-5075, or head over to LearGG.com. You know where to find the links. All right, let's talk more about Hunter Biden. Now, Hunter is looking at over 20 years in federal prison, and his attorneys have gone on record and vowed to, quote, vigorously pursue all the legal challenges following his conviction. Now, there is a good chance, in my personal opinion, that he wins his appeal, at least on the gun charges, as there is no text, history, or tradition of this type of firearm regulation, as is now required under the Supreme Court's ruling in the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin. I'll also make a note that Firearms Policy Coalition has again offered their assistance to Biden's team in their appeal, which is great. They're fighting the law, not necessarily supporting the person, and I think that's great because it's unconstitutional what he was jammed up on. Now, that doesn't mean I like him as a person, but that law is unconstitutional. Now, because there is no historical tradition of this type of gun control, some federal courts have questioned the constitutionality of 18 U.S.C. Section 922G3, which is the law that Biden was charged under. Now, although no federal court has yet to strike down that statute as unconstitutional in and of their own ruling, some rulings have suggested that it might not hold up in certain cases. Now, the 8th Circuit has upheld that law, but the 5th Circuit, I've reported on this case, U.S. versus Daniels, they dismissed charges against a marijuana user, and Biden's legal team should use that approach in his appeal. Also, the 5th Circuit Judge Jerry Smith said that, quote, our history and tradition may support some limits on intoxicated persons' right to carry a weapon, but it does not justify disarming a sober person based exclusively on his past drug usage, end quote. And think about that. Yes, there were laws that said if you were drunk, you shouldn't be carrying. But there's nothing that said if you had a drink 2 weeks ago, you can no longer carry. And it's the same for drug usage. Now, even if Biden's gun charges are overturned, that he still has a problem with the convictions of lying on a federal form to get that gun. Now, those might stand. Who knows what his appeal will yield, but we'll be paying attention. Now, don't forget, there's another huge case that we're paying attention to, and my guess is we'll hear something this Friday or next Friday, and that's the U.S. v. Rahimi case. As a quick reminder, that case involves the 5th Circuit's decision that found that a provision barring folks under a domestic violence restraining order from possessing firearms, that was unconstitutional. And the Supreme Court is going to rule on that case before the end of the month. They always do things on Friday, typically for big cases, and there's 2 Fridays left. So if you want to stay in the loop, I will go live when that decision drops. Subscribe to this channel, hit that bell icon down below, turn it on to all notifications. You'll be notified when I put out new content or go live. Like this video and share it as well. Leave a comment to help destroy this anti-gun algorithm. Let me know what you guys and gals think about Hunter Biden. Good person? Not really. But all of the, it seems, all the rulings that overturn a lot of the gun control are at least started by people who are jammed up because they weren't really good people. However, an unconstitutional law is unconstitutional. Let me know what you think down below. Hopefully you'll subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you will be able to keep up to date with these decisions as they drop. There's one more case we need to watch as well in addition to Rahimi, and that's hopefully where the Supreme Court destroys Chevron deference, which is what the ATF's been living off of. Stay tuned. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.